Dan Mowdy is standing by with Chris Ruebeck as he is an integral part of the Lafayette ladies and their academics. Here's Dan.
Gary, as you know, one of the great parts about being an undergraduate here at Lafayette College, first of all the attention is paid on the undergraduates because there are no graduate programs here, which really helps out undergrads immensely. And also the close-knit community between faculty and students. And if you want to throw scholar athletes in there as well, I think that would be appropriate. My guest today is Christopher Ruebeck. He is the faculty advisor for the women's basketball team and also an associate professor of economics here at Lafayette College. Professor Ruebeck, thanks for coming and welcome to the Lafayette Sports Network.
Thanks for having me here.
Tell me a little bit about your duties with the women's basketball team, because it really does go beyond just academics as far as your interaction with these scholar athletes.
Sure. Well, it's a great bunch of players. They have a variety of majors, so there's a lot of different resources that they can draw on in the department that they're majoring in, their advisors, but I serve as a kind of extra capacity to help out with the team.
I understand there's also a role that you play with the coaching staff as far as making sure that everything is in place, recruiting, for instance, and kind of helping represent what Lafayette College experience is all about.
Well, certainly. I really enjoy talking to the recruits and their parents. I enjoy the relationship with the parents after they come to Lafayette. It's really a great bunch, great group to work with.
No doubt about it. We were talking a little bit earlier about the involvement between town and gown here at Lafayette College on top of College Hill. Very much a part of the Easton scene, if you will. And come summer, there's a program, Weed and Seed, that has been doing so much for neighborhoods throughout the country, but especially here in Easton with the help of some Lafayette students and yourself.
Right, there's so many things that go on with Weed and Seed. I'll talk about one in particular. It's called Summer Nights, and it's intended to help communities and students and their parents kind of bridge the gap between the spring semester and the fall semester.
And that's an important topic because, as you know, many other countries have no real summer break, maybe a week or two off, but not 2 months or more, as it is here in the USA. And from what I understand, the program that's initiated by Lafayette College helps to kind of bridge that gap a little bit.
Well, Lafayette, myself and my students are involved in a program that's funded from many large different groups from city, county, to nonprofits, for-profits. There's a lot of different ways in which funding is pulled together for this.
And what an excellent way to bring in some of the classroom learning, the way to chart trends and to also kind of help predict success or failure rates of certain outcomes. And that pretty much is all involved with the students who are taking a part of Weed and Seed.
Exactly. So one of my students, Shannon Nitroy, who graduated last spring, is now actually working for the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve. But while she was here, she did an honors thesis that pulled together both her mathematics degree, Bachelor of Science, and her economics degree, Bachelor of Arts, and worked together with Laura Aceta, who directs the Summer Nights and Weed and Seed program, to really keep track, to measure, to understand what kind of an impact Summer Nights was having on the students in Easton.
Fantastic. And the outcomes, as were well described in poster form, which even I could understand a little bit anyway. It looked like some of the greatest impact was with the youngsters, the first graders, and their progress from spanning from kindergarten to first grade, from first grade to second grade, by having this instruction during the summertime.
You've done your homework. Good job. Certainly, the program is focused mostly on young elementary students. It ends up helping a wide range of ages and parents in the community as well. So the one thing that we really learned is that Summer Nights is serving a different community, a different type of student than most of the other summer learning programs that are available in the area.
It absolutely is, and what a great experience. What a challenge the first year, too, because it was an outdoor program. It was kind of subject to the weather. You were hopeful for attendance. The kids would come back after, a rain out, for instance. This year it's moving indoors, and there's kind of a second generation, a second student or two that are going to take the ball and run with it.
Right. So after Shannon graduated, a student actually from the Chicago area, Yanel Garcia, came to me with interest in this kind of a program. And so she carried on Shannon's work, kind of going more in depth with the interviews, with the surveys, and so we've been collecting data, and that hopefully will turn into another thesis, certainly more research.
Professor Christopher Ruebeck, we thank you for joining us here at halftime. Thanks for your continued involvement both during the academic year and through these great summer sessions. And what a great experience and what a great asset it is here for the local community.
It's great to talk about it. Thank you.
Excellent. Christopher Ruebeck, he is the Associate Professor of Economics here at Lafayette College. Let's bring it back to Gary and John.